think something I've been thinking about more recently is just how important it is when, when your finance team has this sort of purview that is wider across the organization, meaning we see kind of lots of different sets of data across our organization from all departments, and sort of how important it is to not only notice and recognize these key insights that might be cross-functional, but also find the best way to communicate what could be done in a way where we're influencing the business, but also partnering with the business so that they're taking it on as their own. And I think as companies get much bigger, and Tipalti now at 1,000 people, no one single person has, all of the right answers. And we're all much better if we use a sort of wisdom of crowds approach in how we think about the business. But often what stands in the way of that is, clear communication, shared metrics, kind of shared alignment around the data. And I think it's easier said than done, quite frankly. And so, many finance leaders would say, okay, well, of course, that's be the best route to go. How do you do it? And I don't think Tipalti's, any better, any worse than others that are out there. I will say we have parts of our business where we are very, very strong at the shared metrics, shared approach, shared goals. And we have parts of our business where, those goals are set internally or they're not necessarily aligned with other parts of the business. And so we're really working at this premise of how do we make sure that we intertwine and align the goals across the board so that we're all really looking at the data in the same way. And that to me is sort of the goal for 2024, frankly, is how can finance be a better steward of that, and also kind of shine both a mirror as well as a flashlight, I guess, on these opportunities. I think it's a work in progress. I love what I'm seeing in some spaces. I speak to like data owners and data teams sort of frequently. I try to speak to people outside of Tipalti as frequently as I can. And I always grab sort of little things other people are doing, and they always make so much sense to me. And, I often get frustrated. I hadn't thought of them myself yet. But that's kind of the openness to continue to have a growth mindset around even what we're doing internally.